Hey there, I'm Angela Sharp, and welcome to the Daily Mix. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. I had a great weekend. It was Firebird Fest. Now, there are two things I'm a little mad about. One is my dad decided to go to Maine and visit my sister as opposed to hang out with me at Firebird Fest, and he makes Firebird Fest so much fun. And the other thing is that the Cardinal schedule and the Firebird Fest schedule kind of intermingled, so I felt like I was at Firebird Fest for like 11 minutes, but I still had a great time during those 11 minutes. I got to ride around with Nathan for the poker run. This time I didn't drive because my dad wasn't there, so I rode around with Nathan instead and got to be the passenger princess. And I met these new friends, and this kind of became my family for the whole weekend that I was there. They're all from California with the exception of Nathan, so that was pretty cool to hang out with them. And that little kid right there, his name is Lincoln. He is my new favorite child. My nephew's pretty high on that list too, but he's right below my nephew because he was so adorable, polite and nice, and we became fast friends. But of course, like I said, it was Firebird Fest, so it was all about seeing the Firebird. So I took a couple photos of that too. You'll see more of that on my own personal social media, but I just wanted to share a little bit of that with you today because, you know, I love Firebird Fest. You know what else I love? I love a little bit of Route 66. I put a lot of work and thought into where we're gonna go to show you places you could go to check out Route 66 on your own that was kind of within a half an hour of St. Louis. That way, if you wanted to maybe just check in a couple places, you'll be able to. So we've got that adventure coming up for you just a bit later in the show. And we had a ton of fun on the road. I took Roamin Rich with me. As you know, he's kind of a Route 66 guru, if you will. And so he was telling me all sorts of fun facts along the way. Hopefully you will enjoy our venture. But right now, let's get started on today's Daily Mix. Now, as you know, Route 66 is turning 100 this year, which was why the adventure at the end of the show is just for you to check out. But did you know that Forest Park is even older? That's right, America's best urban park is celebrating 150 years in 2026. Over the past century and a half, the park has seen a lot, from major moments like the 1904 World's Fair to beloved traditions like the balloon glow and race, and of course, you know, the Missouri History Museum, that's located right there in Forest Park, is exploring the park's history in all the moments and memories that make it special with the Yours Forever Forest Park at 150 exhibit. You can check it all out all summer long, along with several other exciting exhibits, including A Marvel in Motion, Made in St. Louis, and Mill Creek Black Metropolis. Those are just a few of those. I actually got to see a little bit of the Mill Creek one. It was really fascinating. You can find all the details at mohistory.org. Now, Forest Park is home to a couple of my absolute favorite things. The hot air balloons, of course, are my favorite, but the Muny might be my all-time favorite. And they have a great lineup of shows for the summer. Their season kicks off June 15th with the return of Hairspray. The popular musical runs through June 21st. From there, it's everyone's favorite Fairy Tale Misfits. Shrek runs June 25th through July 2nd. Then we have one of Broadway's greatest musicals, South Pacific. That'll be on the stage July 6th through the 12th. I love South Pacific. My parents used to make me watch this one all the time. They even had a South Pacific party when I was younger, and all their friends dressed up like it, so I really like this one. Of course, that's gonna be followed by Disney's Newsies. They're coming back to the Muny after 9 years. The Broadway smash will run July 16th through the 22nd. Next up is Ain't Too Proud. The new Broadway hit about the Temptations is set to delight audiences July 22nd through August 2nd. Meet Me in St. Louis returns after 8 years. This Muny favorite takes the stage August 6th through the 13th. And last but not least, Something Rotten closes out the season running August 17th through the 23rd. Now, I gotta tell you, I love all these plays. I'm excited about these musicals, but Oliver hasn't been here since I think 2003. So they need to bring Oliver back because Oliver is by far, I'm really saying this so you can tell people you know who work at the Muny that I need Oliver for the next season because I really miss Oliver. Now you can find everything you need to know about the Muny's 108th season at muny.org. A huge new exhibition opens at the St. Louis Science Center this summer, The Blue Whale Story. It reveals the great size, beauty, and vulnerability of the largest creatures on Earth. This is a once-in-a-lifetime chance to stand beside the ocean giant and learn more about the species through life-size specimens and interactive experiences. The Blue Whale Story is a traveling exhibition that'll be on display at the St. Louis Science Center May 23rd through early January 2027. So you do have some time, but you're gonna wanna make sure you schedule time to go see it. To learn more, go to slsc.org. Now, of course, I'm getting excited to show you my Route 66 adventure, but did you know that you can go on your own on an adventure without ever leaving the city? The St. Louis Public Library Quest Route 66 is your ticket to adventure. You can pick up a Quest brochure at the Central Library and start exploring. Once you've marked your map with Route 66 destinations, you can turn in the completed brochure for a chance to win fun prizes at the end of the summer. All ages are invited to complete the quest this summer from June 1st through August 15th. You can learn more about this and other summer events at slpl.org. Of course, if you like hitting the road, the National Museum of Transportation is worth a visit. They're also celebrating the 100th anniversary of Route 66 with a special exhibition highlighting the Mother Road and the St. Louis region's role in the legendary highway. The museum is also participating in the Route 66 trading card program. The cards highlight iconic landmarks along the highway and celebrate the road's rich history. The museum's exclusive card features Bobby Darin's dream car. If you are like me and don't know who Bobby Darin is, he wrote a bunch of songs back in the day. I looked it up. He's known for a lot of great songs. I just didn't know what his name was. The cards will be available through the end of the year. To learn more about the trading card program, go to Route66tradingcards.com, and you can learn more about the museum at tnmot.org. Now, I've been talking about this Route 66 adventure that I planned on my own. So the goal was to go about 30 minutes from the station kind of towards Pacific and the other 30 minutes towards Litchfield. And we were able to do that. Unfortunately, we had some technical difficulties, so I really do apologize to the Pink Elephant. There's a lot more to see there. And of course, Granny Annie, I'm gonna have you on the show sometime because she was magical. But luckily, we have a magical editor here. His name is Andy. He was able to make everything perfect for you. So check out this Route 66 adventure. Maybe you'll find something you want to do with your family.
Route 66 is fun and full of historic locations. So I grabbed my Firebird and a Route 66 guru, if you will, Roamin Rich, and we took off. All right, Roamin, tell me a little bit about yourself. This is like car confessions with Angela.
Yeah, just need my cup of coffee here. Yeah, Roamin Rich. I have been going by that name since 2010 when I started painting Route 66 shields all up and down Route 66, the little white and black Route 66 stenciled painted shields. I didn't really tell too many people about it, and then word got out that I was doing it, and then a guy graced me with the name Roamin Rich because I was up and down the road roaming all the place.
Roaming all over the place.
That's right, yep.
I love that. Okay, so what made you want to start painting 66 signs all over?
So I'm not the first person to ever do that, but so in 2004-ish, I decided to go out and try to find Route 66 because I'd always been very intrigued by, the idea of this highway that runs from Chicago to California. And I came into Kansas from Missouri state line, and it's like an instantaneous change. Like going state to state is like totally different. It's crazy. As soon as you cross the state line, it's like a different paradigm or something. But I'm there, and I'm driving real slow down this pavement, and I don't know if I'm on Route 66 for sure, because I don't have any maps.
Sure.
I don't have any guidebooks or anything. I'm just winging it. And I see this little Route 66 shield painted on the pavement, and I'm like, that's it. And I, got goosebumps, and I was just like, wow. And so some years later, I was like, I want to replicate that feeling for everybody.
Oh, I love that.
I want everyone to feel the same way I did the first time I found one of those Route 66 shields.
That is so interesting. And you're right. If you were trying to do this without a map,
It's difficult.
it is kind of hard.
It's very difficult, especially, like, forget about St. Louis. You even with a guide in St. Louis, it's difficult because there's so many alignments. This road a lot of people are under the impression that Route 66 was paved. No, these were roads that already existed. They were already here. They just were commissioned for the job.
For the job to do that.
That's right.
And obviously, everybody is celebrating the Centennial this year, but
That's
people
correct.
have been taking this trip forever.
Decades, yes.
So I know you've done it how many times, you think?
Oh, from Chicago to Los Angeles, probably 15 times.
But that's a lot of time.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. So our first stop today is going to be the Pink Elephant
Yep.
in Livingston. I've obviously been here. I know you've been here. But why is this place kind of a cool place for somebody who maybe lives in St. Louis, who maybe is interested in the road, but maybe not as passionate as you, wanting to travel the whole road? Why is this a cool little spot?
You can go and see little bits and pieces of Route 66, and you're going to get little bits and pieces of different cultures and, neighborhood nuances. But Livingston itself is, you got the big antique mall. It's huge. Like, you can find all sorts of cool stuff there. There's something for everybody. But on top of that, outside, you got the little Tasty Freeze. You've got the big, huge giants. You got the UFO. It's pretty well symbolic of what you would think of when it comes to tourist traps.
Yes, absolutely. And everybody loves one of those.
Yeah, you see the big, huge thing on the side of the road, you gotta go see it. That's Livingston.
I freaking love it. All right, this is where your expert, Roamin Rich, comes in handy. Where are we right now?
We're in Hamel, Illinois, and this is an old abandoned section of Route 66.
So what I'm standing on.
This is an original section, old Portland cement.
That is fantastic. We brought a couple of cars with us from the last stop too. So we've got a couple of cars on this road. And this is kind of unique. It's very, I'm gonna say curvy.
Yeah, the curbs are kind of extruded. You don't see that in modern roadways. And this was used as Route 66 for a long time and then was bypassed later on.
Now this was just one way of Route 66, correct?
Yes, this is one old alignment.
Fantastic, because I didn't think two cars could fit on here at the same time.
Actually, they could. This was 2 lanes of travel.
Wait, it was 2 lanes of travel?
Travel.
I need you to get a like visual of it. So like turn your camera around and get how these cars on this very narrow passion. Can you imagine passing somebody like this?
All right, I have a Cheryl Eckert jet that we just found inside the West End station here. You apparently write a lot of books.
That's correct. This is my 8th book.
8th book, and what is your 8th book about here?
This is Aprons Away, Women's Work on Route 66. It's a collection of more than 80 stories of women's work roles along the length of Route 66.
Okay, I got goosebumps because, you know, whenever you hear about Route 66, we do focus on the men and what they're traveling. So you've got a book based on the woman's work of this.
This is correct. Now, the roles that these women played, of course, range from the highly visible roles of women in the travel and tourism industry, basically. So those were your diner waitresses, restaurant operators, souvenir shop owners, etc. And so those were the women that were visible, and those were the ones that became well known. But at that same time, there were women behind the scenes that worked as journalists, architects, mural painters, journalists.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
I love it. Thank you so much. I love this. And I love we've got one about the women of Route 66. That's a big deal to me. I think that's awesome. All right, we got here, Granite City Neon Park. You can see I brought my friends from earlier in the day. I love having it like a caravan. Come around here with me. So, do you see this up here? We've got the recent drugstore neon sign, and then it tells you like where it was. It was 1322 on that avenue, and then it says like where it was. It was right here in Granite City, Madison, and I think this is so cool. So as we keep going around here, so they got a cool mural of some Route 66 stops. The Chain of Rocks Bridge, which we did skip today, but that's because that could be a whole episode on its own. Of course, the Arch, some other factories and trains. But then if you come over here, we're gonna go see what this side is all about. We got is the Washington Theater. So this was at 1330 19th Street. And I think that's really cool. The theater opened in 1910. So I like that this place is gonna give you a little bit of information on the neon sign. So it's cool, obviously, if we get at dark, to take a photo with everything lit up, but it's also cool to learn where the signs were from. So then we got the Hudson Jewelers sign over yonder here. 1902 State Street, Granite City. It opened in 1940. And that's a cool sign. And then this right here, I'm gonna need Roamin Rich for this. Roamin Rich is missing.
Where in the world is Roamin Rich?
So this is like a Chain of Rocks Bridge mini size, right? This is not actually the Chain of Rocks Bridge, but they've set this up. Roman, tell me about this bridge.
So this is just a miniature replica of the Chain of Rocks Bridge, and it's also a place where people can do their little padlock thing, that little trendy thing that they do now. It's pretty cool. It's not the real thing, but it's I like it. I wish I had one in my yard.
It's pretty neat. And I'm gonna walk you over here because this right here is a friend. This is Bob. So Bob passed away. He was one of our Firebird friends, and I was unable to come with him when the guys put this up here. That's my buddy Bob. So I think that's really cool. And obviously you could do it to honor somebody, or I'm sure people have done it to like show their love, which is really neat. So we're gonna keep walking over here because we got more stuff to see. We got more stuff. We have the giant coffee pot. In the 1900s, Granite City did some manufacturing of coffee pots. So there's a giant coffee pot.
We are at MacArthur Bridge
Okay.
in East St. Louis.
Okay, and this used to be part of Route 66.
This was a big part of Route 66.
How big of a part?
This was the second bridge to be used as Route 66 to cross over the Mississippi River.
Okay.
This bridge was completed in 1917, and it was the only double-decker bridge to be used as Route 66.
Oh.
Double-decker meaning that the top portion of the bridge was used for automobile traffic, and the lower portion was used for railroad traffic.
Oh, how interesting. It is gorgeous.
It is really cool.
I mean, that's really a cool view of this.
It was also the largest double-deck bridge in the world for a while.
Is that right?
Yep.
Right here in East St. Louis, which is amazing.
Yep.
Tell me about the location we're in right now.
So you're in Pacific, Missouri, and at the Red Cedar Inn, and this location was actually built because Route 66 was going to be going through this town. And so they made the bold decision to build it right here, and it became a restaurant right away. It was a Smith Brothers Tavern, and in 1940 it moved to the Red Cedar Inn because when Catherine Brinkman married Mr. Smith, she didn't feel like the word tavern was friendly for women and children. So she moved it to the word inn, and they all agreed.
That is so interesting because when you say inn, I think people think it's a place you would lay down and take a nap.
Yes, and it's never been an actual inn. The family did live here on this side for a while, and they slept here. Their bedrooms were here, and I thought that would be a really cool thing, except turns out that parents will come wake you up and make you come work if you're living on the same place you were. So,
See that.
I thought you could sleep in and all that stuff. Turns out you can't.
There's obviously so much more for Route 66 that you could explore that we didn't even include because I feel like you know about it. Ted Drew's, of course, Carl's Drive-In, we had them on the show before. There's so much to see and do just right within our area for Route 66. And since it's the Centennial, you might as well check out a few things. But I hope you enjoyed the adventure, but definitely check out some of it. Don't forget to send it to us because I would love to see it too. You can also tag us on all our social medias. Now that's going to be it for the Daily Mix, but be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's important. Follow us on Instagram. That's important. But for more STL TV programming and to experience St. Louis, I hope you'll follow all those channels. I'll see you next time.